This is the Revolutionary News, produced on Friday, July 18th, 1775. I'm Allison Ingersoll in the New York Bureau, sitting in for Anson Ingram, who's on vacation this week. We bring you news from across the colonies. Follow the revolution each week, exactly 250 years to the day after the events occur. This is day 90 since the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts. Our top story tonight takes us to the Virginia colony. Colonel Daniel Morgan of Winchester and Captain Hugh Stephenson of Mecklenburg are answering the call from General George Washington for Virginia volunteer riflemen to bolster his tenuous position in Boston. In short order, Morgan and Stephenson have raised militias of about 100 riflemen each and departed for Cambridge, Massachusetts this week. They plan to march over 500 miles in less than a month, a feat that can only be described as a sort of Beeline March in support of the rebel cause, and a powerful symbol of colonial solidarity and resolve. Our next story takes us to Philadelphia, where, on July 13th, the Second Continental Congress formally approved a speech to be presented to the 6 nations of the Iroquois Confederacy. American colonists, acting as commissioners, are expected to meet with Iroquois delegates in Germantown, New York next month to discuss the document. This powerful confederacy, including the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and Tuscarora Native nations, control large parts of New York and Pennsylvania. The speech describes the Patriots' sense of betrayal by Parliament, suggesting that the king has been poorly advised, echoing a sentiment expressed in John Dickinson's Olive Branch petition to the king that we covered in episode 4 of this news program. Treating current matters as a family quarrel between us and Old England, with which the Indians should have no concern, the speech calls for neutrality, peace, and friendship with the Indians, and attempts to make them wary of British intentions in the event the war ends badly for the colonists. And finally tonight, from Cambridge, a report on the court-martial of Colonel James Scamman of York County, Maine. Scamman's character and battlefield decisions had been questioned based on his perceived ineffectiveness during the recent battle on Breed's and Bunker Hills. Based on testimonies from numerous soldiers, Scamman was exonerated on July 17th, exactly 1 month after the battle. The proceeding demonstrates rising standards of leadership and conduct within the Continental Army and a willingness to enforce discipline within the ranks. So, there you have it. The news of the week ended July 18th, 1775. Tune in next Friday, subscribe for free to this YouTube channel, and follow the revolution.